right, team. How we doing? Coach Dana Cavalea here with you today. Special episode. A lot of good things happening. And I'm so excited that you are here to spend some time with me on the Becoming a Champion podcast, where it's all about encouragement, inspiration, motivation, and helping you to bring out that champion that lives inside of you. So, pretty cool week. I had some really great milestones take place. One of my great coaching clients, Mr. Corey Disson, down 30 pounds in 120 days. Amazing. You know, he set his mind to do something, and man, did he do it. Now, we didn't do anything crazy. There wasn't anything that involved, detoxing and excessive fasting and things like that. It was just remodeling the nutrition plan, remodeling the workout program, and remodeling the mindset and aligning that mindset to both short and long-term goals of living. And, when you get to your 40s, you start thinking about what Corey refers to as QTL, which is quality time left. Meaning, here I am, 40, I've been building my career, I've been working really hard, I've been, focused on my family, focused on climbing the ladder, and now I got to think about how I'm going to get myself to the next place, because the best years of my life are still ahead of me, and I need to get ready for that, and I need to be focused on that, and I need to be training for that. And that's what this guy did. That's what he did. He's got focused on what it is he wanted to become. You see, he didn't look at it and say, well, I'm 46, this is who I am. I'm 46, and this is the person that I want to become. So I'm going to work really hard to become that person. But really hard just means putting it into his schedule and making the time that he was not making for better quality eating, better quality workouts, and also time to really sit back and think about what it is that he wanted to build and what he wants these next 20 to 30 years to actually be, and what he wants to be during that time. And truly an amazing story of somebody that hit the brakes and took the time to think about their own life and how they exist as a father, as a husband, and where they want to go with their life. Another quick story is about one of the greatest players that I had a chance to coach and, learn from as well, and that is number 51 of the Seattle Mariners, who announced his retirement this week, Ichiro Suzuki. You guys may know him as one of the first Japanese players to come and play in the United States, one of the top hitters in the game, but most importantly, one of the top workers and top people in the game. And what an unbelievable story about somebody that left their homeland, came to America, and continued their tradition of hard work, hitting, consistency, and being a great baseball player, great friend, great teammate, and great leader. For years, I got a chance to work very closely with Ichi and learn about how he maintained his performance as he was aging, how he kept his body healthy, how he never got hurt, and very rarely dealt with any aches and pains, which is, really rare at 40 years old when you're still playing a very aggressive game at a very, very high level, which is the professional level of sports. Here he is, 35, 40, 45 years old, playing against kids that are 19, 20, 21 years old, and he is on the same field with them, and the expectations for him are exactly the same as they are for those other players that are literally half of his age. But he got out there every day because he was focused. Again, another guy that knew exactly what he wanted to do and what he was meant to do and what he had committed himself to. He committed himself to personal greatness. He wanted to be a champion. And he showed people by being consistent, by focusing on your daily work and believing in yourself, you can be that. And I tip my cap to him because he taught me as a professional different methods of training that he brought over from Japan. But he also showed me that if you take care of yourself at the roots of things, making sure that you're mentally strong, physically strong, you're taking care of your body's tissue, you're not going out and partying after games, but instead you're thinking about, how can I get my soft tissue and the muscle in my body and the tendons in my body to basically heal themselves, through cupping and different sort of massage therapy techniques and other modalities. And it gets me thinking quite a bit about people that I work with in business as well, and not just sport. How many of us are taking time after our competitive game, which is our work day, to take care of ourselves, heal ourselves, regenerate ourselves, so the next day we're coming out strong, we're coming out hungry, and we're coming out ready to play? How many of us are doing that? And that's the way I look at work, and that's the way I look at business. And I see so many companies not taking care of their employees or their executives or their leadership because the culture has become obsessed with work, but they're not considering the effects, the negative effects of so much work and not enough time to decompress, pull out, and heal the self from a mental standpoint and a physical standpoint. This morning I was reading an article from Forbes, and it talked about the greatest companies are the ones that are thinking about the mindfulness and the mental strength and focusing on the mental capacities and capabilities and even the issues, mental health of their employees and especially their executive leadership. Because we're expecting these executives and leaders to perform every single day, but what are we doing? What are they doing to prepare their mind? How are they handling a trip from the United States to Asia and back, possibly in the same week? Are they prepared for that? Do they know how to hydrate? Do they know how to prepare their system for that sort of a trip? Do they have a routine before they get on the plane, while they're on the plane, and when they get off the plane, so they could quickly equalize, transition, and get themselves adjusted based on the time zones, based on the lack of hydration, the dehydration that takes place while flying? These are the things that we need to be thinking about. So we can't say that we want to have our workforces and our teams performing at the highest level if we're not training them for this. We got to be training them for performance. Much like we train these high-level athletes. We give them the support system. We give them the team. We give them the tools to go out and perform for 162 games, plus 30 in spring training, plus possibly another 15 plus in the playoffs. We give them the tools, we give them the support, we give them the coaching, and we give them the structure. That's how a pro athlete can get out there every day and perform at the highest level with consistency and not let fatigue and energy loss and injury take them down. But in the corporate world, in the business world, business landscape, the hustle, 24/7, 365, let's go, I don't sleep, I could keep going, I'm a warrior mentality, that doesn't work anymore. And what's happening is there are fatalities going on all over the place. People going down with cardiovascular events and episodes. You have stress, anxiety, and panic at an all-time high. And most of those people, you don't even know what's happening to them because they're hiding it. They're dealing with these things on their own. Or they have to figure out how to get themselves out of these moments where they're trying to prep for a meeting and, a speech they have to give or something where they have to amp themselves up. And then they have to retreat because they have to heal themselves and they don't have those tools. So it scares me what's going on in the corporate landscape today. But ultimately, it doesn't have to be going this way. We could train and we can teach our leaders how to lead, not just being a leader and here's the X's and O's and the strategy of leadership, but what I call is performance leadership. Taking ownership of yourself, taking ownership of the way you feel, the way you present yourself, your health, your mindset. That's what I call performance leadership. That's the real deal. We have a lot of people out there today telling people how to be leaders. But nobody's addressing the fact that behind every great leader has to be great health, great mental health, physical health, nutrition, recovery strategies, the ability to shift your mind when you feel negative taking over. That's what we need to be focused on. And we're not focused on that. We're missing the boat as it relates to professional, personal leadership. We're missing the boat. And I've been seeing it over and over again. And I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on all these different social channels. And people are telling everyone how to succeed, how to win. But nobody's talking about taking care of yourself at the root level and putting a major emphasis on that. Not leadership. We're talking about leadership. You got to be a great leader. You got to be a great leader, and you should also do a little exercise. You be a great leader, empower, leader, and do a little bit of meditation. That's not how it works. It has to become a part of your day-to-day plan, built out for you, and then you execute on that daily. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I'm fired up. Got some passion going today on this. This is something that means a lot to me as somebody that had to grind it out for a lot of years, and it beat me up, and I don't want to see that happen to you or anybody else. And if you know someone that could benefit from hearing this, please send it to them. Please pass it along. And if it's you, listen to it again and again until it starts to sink in. This is Coach Dana Cavalea. I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson and today's talk on some great people. Corey Disson, Ichiro Suzuki, and a great article written by Forbes, and my thoughts on performance leadership. I have a new book out, Habits of a Champion. If you haven't grabbed it, check it out on Amazon, Habits of a Champion, or you can go to danacavalea.com. If you feel like you need coaching, you need a personal plan, training the physical and the mental side, empowering you to move yourself forward in the right way, in a healthy way, reach out. You can schedule a strategy session at danacavalea.com, and I'm happy to talk with you and help you get through all of this. Anyway, this is Coach Dana Cavalea. I will see you guys soon. Thanks again. See ya.